they discontinued the one chip challenge because it killed somebody here in Massachusetts. I know.
Oh, it wasn't you.
It wasn't me. We're live. Oh, this is very professionally produced. This show. Welcome, America, to the Eric and Rodney Show with Robin. Presented by Offensively Creative and Dinsmore Steel. You're never going to believe this, but I'm America's sweetheart, Eric Ryan. I own Offensively Creative. We have Rod, and he is the PEO god. He owns Dinsmore Steel. We have the thriller from and in Manila, Robin Valdez. And ladies and gentlemen, two very special guests today. Please welcome Terri and Jennifer. Oh, thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Terri seems a little frozen. So, oh, you're good. Okay. Hi.
No, thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here. Oh, she's gone. Well, okay. In the absence of Terri, Jennifer, thank you for being here. Your internet seems tremendous.
Yes, thank you for having us.
No problem. So, like I said in the green room, usually we cover the news and then we go into your story. But do you want to give a little background on who you are before we cover the news?
Well, I'm an artist. I'm an actress, poet, producer, and I'm one of the voice characters for the ambassador. I actually play the president, Aliel Sabar. So,
all right.
Pretty exciting. We're just in the early stages of everything.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Listen, we're going to talk about the ambassador. I did a deep ambassador dive, so I'm very educated on this subject. Terri, are you with us? Mm-hmm. No, she seems what?
Am I back on Friday?
You're back. Yeah. You're like Han Solo, Frozen, and Star Wars. What is it? Remember that?
She's like me on Friday, right? It was like,
yeah, exactly. Well, listen, let's just see how it plays out. So Terri and Jennifer, I don't know if you know this, but every day here in the United States is some national day. It's some reason to celebrate. So we like to celebrate the days that we're supposed to be celebrating. Today, I think, is unintentionally dangerous, though. It's National Locate an Old Friend Day. What a bizarre concept for a specific day. Here's the other thing. No one locates a passive acquaintance in high school. You always look up an old girlfriend or boyfriend, and it ruins your marriage. So I don't know why we're saving this day. Rodney, have you ever looked up an old flame on the old Facebook or Grindr? Anything? Have you?
No, but you know what's funny is that I have looked up people that I went to school with at various, like high school and college on LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, how are they doing? They doing all right?
Well, yeah, some of them. They're not. They don't have their own show, so
they don't have their own show.
I don't know.
They don't own Dinsmore Steel, so who gives a shit?
That's right.
Terri, Jennifer, have you ever looked anybody up online and then been disappointed or fallen madly in love again? Do you have any tales of the internet?
Yeah, no. I have looked up people online, but neither of those outcomes happened.
No, there's still time. You never know, right? Your third grade.
I should keep looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
listen, they're all out there. Jennifer, anything? Any rekindling of lost loves?
Not really. No.
I don't know. The pause is incriminating.
I don't.
It's always fun to
too much.
Oh, look at that. That's very healthy. Oh, that's good. That's a better way to live life. What about you, Robin? Anything? Well, you were so young. You always had the internet, right? Like you were born with an iPhone.
I did. So I was blessed a little bit. So every year I have this tradition of pulling out the old yearbooks and I just like search my old classmates and see where they are.
Nice.
To be honest, kind of disappointing.
Wait, all of them?
The ones I care about.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I went to school with like 500 people. That's a lot of work. I'd have
to
hire
every year. No, he probably breaks it down by chunks. You do like 30 1 year, 30 the next.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Anyone have an OnlyFans? That's I'm still waiting for one of those like big revelations, somebody in the industry. All right. Anyway, that's enough of National Looking Up an Old Friend Day. Let's get to the news so that we can get to the Terri and Jennifer portion of the show. What America is waiting for. The evening, I'm sorry.
Yes.
We like to say evening around here. That's our word.
It makes it sound more sophisticated and professional. All right, what do we got there, Robin? What's in the news?
So technically, the answer to "Do we have aliens?" has been answered, and well, you heard it here first on the Eric and Rodney Show. While they might not have, might not be green and have big foreheads, at least we have the question of life on other planets answered. So NASA recently discovered a molecule called DMS, and it can only exist when it's produced by life. So the only less interesting part of the story is that it's not on a planet that's 100 light years away. So we're never.
Yeah. So here's my question. So this is the James Webb telescope. I'm sure everyone's seen these stunning images that have come from this thing. And look at all these NASA scientists. They're in on the planet being fucking round and not flat. But so they're detecting a molecule from 120 light years away. They're speculating that there might be life. Hear me out. Molecules are very small. If you can detect a molecule from 120 light years away, couldn't you see a guy mowing his lawn on an alien planet? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't this seem conceptually bizarre? You can pick up a molecule, but not like an animal.
I have a question.
Great observation.
Right.
What's going on here at the Daft Punk concert?
This is part of the stage show. They're about to do a light show. It's going to be amazing. Here's the other thing. If there is alien life and we're finding them first, then we are the smartest thing in the universe, and that's a fucking problem, because I don't know if you've seen what's happening lately, but we're a bunch of big dumb idiots. So I have no.
That's very scary.
It is horrifying. We're finding them. Oh my God, we're doomed. The entire universe is doomed.
Yeah, that's one of the themes on our show is going out there and finding stuff. It is.
And it's us finding,
and sometimes we're not sure we wanted to find it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but like all of our fantasies are that aliens land here and show us all kinds of new technology, and but I think we're going to be showing them like Candy Crush. That we are the smart ones. You don't find Facebook. Oh my God! Wait till you see Facebook. Holy shit! Amazing. Isn't that prospect horrifying that we are the smart ones?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's also sad how our priorities of like finding aliens are too out there. Meanwhile, the Earth is dying in a couple of years, and even if we did discover how to travel at the speed of light, we're never going to get there.
Well, that's the thing. Is like we've destroyed our house, and aliens are gonna go move in with me. No, dude, we're melting the planet. Nobody cares. The next story has to do with there being no snow in France. Like the last thing they want is us. We're gonna bring gun violence.
What did Elon say?
Elon hasn't somehow shockingly Elon hasn't said anything yet. Elon has been quiet on this subject. Although he did threaten to fight Zuckerberg on this new planet. It's K2-18b. It's 9 times the size of Earth, by the way, and there's methane there, so they have cows, which is fun.
Oh, nice.
Wait, you said
methane
your takes
or
you said meth? You said meth?
Wait, there's meth in space? We're gonna get there.
Let me guess. The Overlord's name is Walter White, right?
Can you imagine we find a planet it's just riddled with meth addicts? God. Turn around.
It's what was his name? Heisenberg and Jesse.
Yeah.
Right. Or the Imperial Overlords or whatever.
Yeah. Terry, in your books, do you ever run into a planet where there's just problems? It's like the bad side of town. You got to turn around. It's something that's never been explored, I think, in Star Wars or Star Trek. There's never like a real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Are you frozen?
We don't do the really messed up places, but there's one place where we show up and the locals aren't very friendly, so we kind of have to fight our way out.
So we have to kill them. It's always
it's martial arts. We got to fight, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
First, you have to find oil, and then you have to kill everybody.
Just bruises.
2 broken bones, a couple of teeth that are not in the proper place for now, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. If you discover oil there, do you think they're going to need some freedom? Because that's how it works here.
Yeah, but no, what you're talking about is part of the show. It's one of the themes of the show. It's like, why are we destroying the planet? What are we doing here?
I don't know, but you know what? What a perfect segue into the next story. So, Robin, what is this next story? This next planet-destroying story of ours?
Yeah, I lost you.
This one just goes to prove my point that the Earth is really going haywire. You now have a bunch of ski resorts in France that are, ski resorts. They're some of the happiest places on Earth, and they're all shutting down because what used to be 3 months of snow is now 3 weeks of snow. Mm-hmm. So they are talking about logistically moving snow from other places to the ski resorts, but that just means less snow for the other places too. Kind of sad.
What it also means is if you're transporting enough snow from one place to another to be able to ski, you know how many emissions it's just going to heat up the planet faster.
Right.
They said,
Yeah.
okay, so polar bears and French skiers are dying because of climate change. But also, like you would figure once it starts reaching like the problem reaches rich people that there'd be an issue. The issue though is that it's too far gone. There's no more snow. 53% of ski resorts in Europe are in danger of not having snow this season. 53%. The planet's melting. Terri,
I have a question and an
off.
idea.
Yes.
So the first question is, have they not heard of snow machines? We have them here. I've seen them hundreds of times. And the second thing is a suggestion. We turn them into pickleballs resorts. Be here all week, Justin Trudeau.
There you
Where's
go.
France?
That's the answer.
See,
Pickleball.
Yeah.
you need Spirit Halloween stores and pickleball places. That's it. That's all you need.
So
Rest
every
will take care of
ski
itself.
resort in France is going to turn into a Spirit Halloween. That's very
Well,
good.
half and half. We
Half
do
and
half. Right.
When life gives you lemons, make a pickleball court. Is what you're saying. There's a
Exactly.
lesson there.
Make lemonade and let's play a game.
Well, this is
You're
worse too. I
struggling.
mean, aside from the Spirit
This is
Halloween
terrible.
thing. Oh, it's terrible because, well, first of all, I don't like skiing. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. I don't like to be cold. Like, it's a lot of work for 30 seconds of fun. So this really
It's a
doesn't
lot.
affect me. But in France, it's going to affect taxes because these are tourist destinations. People aren't going to have jobs because the ski resorts are closing down. It's a big
That's
issue. But like I said, the problem is once we see the effects of climate change, it's too late to reverse them. So I think we're just all going to die. It started with the ski resorts.
Yeah, I think the most shocking statistic in this article is it mentions since 2013, 90% of the ice in the Antarctic is gone. 90%. It's just
I
10
know.
years.
Right.
Now here's
We're-
another question. What kind of snowboard is this here they're using? I think they might be doing the wrong kind of skiing.
This is very confusing, right? I don't ski much, but I don't know what's happening there.
I don't know about this machine.
Jennifer and Terri, you skiers? Do you ski at all? Did you ski? I guess is the
I've
question because
tried.
you're not going to be able to
Didn't
anymore.
happen.
No,
No.
not a
I'm
skier.
not a skier.
I don't like being cold. I don't like many other people being cold next to me. Like I don't. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
People hit trees. That's how Sonny Bono died. Remember? It's fucking a bunch of Kennedys have hit
Yeah,
trees.
I'm not
Yeah.
much on the cold weather. I did try water skiing, and that was all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
water
that's fun.
skiing's all right.
That's fun. Yeah.
There's going to be more of that.
Good news. The whole
I feel
earth
like
is
with water
feel like
skiing,
water
though,
balls.
I feel like with water skiing, there's a learning curve, but I feel like it's much shorter. I feel like, just making a statement here, I feel like no one can just show up and play tennis, right? You
Right.
got to know how to play.
Yeah.
And I feel like skiing is the same thing, right? You
Yeah.
have to know how to ski, or you could legitimately kill yourself.
Right. Or
Right?
and
I
if
mean,
you
you
can't
could.
get up on, yeah. If you can't get up on the skis, you can also tube. It's like, you know what I mean? They're like,
Right.
all right, you go do this, get on this
Yeah,
giant
yeah.
foot
Well,
thing,
that's
let me-
fun. Yeah,
Oh,
I've
that's-
done that.
that's a great time. Plus, it's almost impossible to hit a tree when you're water skiing, which is nice.
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right. That's a
Jennifer,
good
you
point.
don't ski?
No, I've never
There's
tried it.
lakes that got some trees that are showing up. I mean, you know, you got to be careful with that.
That would be a hell of a way to die. That would be a hilarious obituary, right?
Jennifer, it's not my sport of choice.
No.
Mine is pickleball, in case you were wondering, but definitely not skiing. No, sir.
You think at some point there's going to be water pickleball? Isn't that what happens
Well,
with every
that's a
great
good idea.
sport? Water polo. Well, that's all I got.
Do you guys know this guy called Michael Schumacher?
The
No.
racer, the Formula
Yeah,
One guy.
so he
Yeah.
knows how to drive like a spaceship for a car, but he turned himself into a vegetable because of skiing. So it's more complicated than we think.
He turned himself into a vegetable. That's a weird.
He
That's a
did?
weird turn of phrase. So he
Yeah.
he hit something and now his brain doesn't work.
Robin has been taking a creative writing class, so he's experimenting with delivery.
It shows. All right. What else do we got in the news so we can get on to the ambassador and some? It's Wudang.
Okay.
There's lots to talk about. Yes.
It's been a crazy year for strikers.
It's been a news day.
So there's this union that I didn't even know existed. It's called the United Auto Workers. So like
yeah.
they're big mad against Ford, GM, and Stellantis. I don't know if this is too much of a problem because they're striking because their wages are too low. But don't we have enough cars?
Yeah, we probably do. First of all, this woman's shirt is hilarious. It says "Hood Music and Fine Dining." But here's
Oh, that's cool.
oh, that's a great shirt. What bothers me is I ran the numbers here. So what the union wants is a 40% pay raise over the next 4 years. And you go, wow, that's a lot of money. But right now, full-time workers are making $32 an hour. Do you know what that translates? Don't worry, I did the math. It's 67 grand a year. That's not that
too
much
bad.
That's before taxes.
Yeah, before taxes.
So it's like 15 grand.
Yeah, it's right. It's not a lot of money.
It's not a lot of money. Yeah.
Okay.
And I gotta be honest with you, this looks like hard work. Like, would you want to make cars for a living? This has to be exhausting.
I barely know how to put the gas in, Eric. So no, I wouldn't.
That's a great point. Yes.
I'm better out selling things and helping bring the people in.
Right. I mean, we think this show is exhausting, but we're not building cars for 10 hours a day. I think they should be making more than 67 grand. So they want 40% more over 4 years. The car manufacturers have offered 20% over the next 4 years, but with a 10% immediate raise. Would you take it?
These guys are all wrong. Here's how it goes. I want 40% a year for the next 4 years.
Right,
or build them yourself. Figure it out. They don't. I'm telling you got to reach for the stars.
Yeah, you can't negotiate up, right? Once you do a number, that you can only go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have said I want 200% this afternoon and a free car.
Right.
Showtime. I mean, literally, like, what are they going to do? Like, this is literally like remember one time the mail people, the mail delivery people were went a strike or whatever, or something was going on.
Yeah.
You want to shut down the country? There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Imagine if UPS, they were like UPS, FedEx, that we're not just going to, I mean, the whole country was shut down. If they stopped making cars,
UPS,
it would destroy people.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what sucks too? It's even worse. So that's the full-time workers
making more than destroy people, and destroy the economy.
Exactly.
Part-time workers are only making $17 an hour. Like, cars are big, heavy, complicated machines that are very expensive. Right. Carrying around me and my children.
It's very skilled labor.
$17 an hour. Again, people always use the McDonald's thing, but I don't shit on. I don't. Everyone needs a job. But I saw a thing recently. McDonald's is paying $21 an hour. So I just think if you can make 21 at McDonald's, maybe if you're making a car, you should be making a little bit more money. Seems like a more complicated.
$21 at McDonald's. I used to make barbecue and I made $7. What is going on? And I was an assistant manager.
That's crazy, right?
Of the third shift.
I'm gonna have to be looking at Mickey D's now.
Yeah, no, exactly. Right, $21 an hour isn't bad. It's more money than you're making part-time at the audio place. Jesus. I like unions though. I'm a pro striker. Everything, the weekends, the 8-hour workday, I'm pro. Get us some more shit. I mean, I'm not gonna strike. I need you guys to do it. But you're never gonna believe who's out there helping everybody strike, doing God's work. Bernie Sanders again.
Bernie Sanders. I was like, I don't know who these people are. I see him. There he is. Yeah, I was like, who's that guy on the left? I don't know him.
No one gives a shit about him. Just to get Bernie up there.
Does that guy's shirt say "in tears" for PEO pricing? Oh, I like it. I like it. I'm behind it. I need that.
Your
shirt.
ability to plug the show, plug your business within the show is it's impressive. Oh, by the way, Jennifer and Terry, we have Patricia and Ricky in the green room. So let's get through the news. We'll bring everybody in here. You can talk about all the ongoings. All right, what do we got next?
You want to skip the Picasso story?
No, I have something to say.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Preface. I don't know if anyone's a huge fan of Picasso. I know I'll get a lot of hate for this, but I personally never liked the art. It just seemed too bizarre. I'm more of a Bob Ross enjoyer. So there's this Picasso masterpiece, and it was going on auction for $120 million. It's a painting of his mistress.
Oh boy, you're more of a Bob Ross guy. Yeah. Okay. So this is this is going for $120 million. This is a portrait of his mistress. Now, ladies, be honest with me. If your boyfriend showed up, they painted you in this fashion, would you be, or your girl, whatever orientation you are? I don't want to be presumptuous. Do you find this art aesthetically pleasing?
I don't know that I would have ever dated Picasso. He was kind of out there someplace anyway. So probably not.
Yeah. Not only was he out there, but he was a wild misogynist too, I believe, right? He was for a guy with a bunch of mistresses. I don't think he liked women very much. But here's the thing.
I think his picture shows it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This looks like some of my stuff from 2nd, 3rd grade. I use macaroni though.
Right. Like, art critics look at this and go, "Yep, oh my God, this is amazing. Look at all the fingers that she has. Why is this going for 120?" Here's
I think AI to do that.
Oh,
with
AI
like 7 fingers and 3 legs and 2 feet on 1 foot. I can do that.
Honestly, this is so bad that if an AI programmer, did this, you could be like, fucking throw it away. This is awful. This doesn't look like
They
anything.
would have canceled AI.
Yes, exactly. Here's the good news, though. If you want this, you don't have to spend $120 million. I found it for $99. Like, what?
There you go.
You're not going to believe this. Can I tell you a secret? I can tell you how to get it for 15.
Oh, what?
Screenshot it, send it to Kinko's, whatever. I don't one of those places. Go on in there and say, I need a poster size of this. It's usually like $15.
There you go. Oh man,
Seriously.
Woo! What
happened to our beauty standards? Huh?
And then you can go to Michael's. I don't know if you're familiar with Michael's and spend $1,000 on a frame. Have you ever been there, right? And they're like, well, it's going to be like $600. $600. And they're like, well, let me run some calculations. And then they're like, oh, it's going to be $150.
Well, this is this is the same thing because like you think you're gonna get it for $99, but then the border is $160, the mat is $300. So, but you're still not gonna spend $120 million, so you should be okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, real quick,
maybe 1,200.
Maybe 1,200, but certainly not 120 million.
Yeah.
So the reason I want this lady, this fine woman, is the one who was sold the Picasso. Well, she didn't sell it; she's dead. She turned 102 and kicked off. But she owned that. She owned a Warhol self-portrait. Her collection was worth $400 million.
Wow.
I know. And it all stems because she had a jewelry collection. And in 1969, she was held at gunpoint. They stole all her jewelry. The insurance paid out, and she used that money to fund the art. So things worked out. But my God, $400 million. May she rest in peace.
We need the origin story of how she got the jewelry.
Exactly. She's an international woman of mystery.
She sounds like it. And she was 102?
102.
Wow. In this picture?
It's amazing how long you can live when you're absolutely filthy rich. No. It really, really helps.
But she looks pretty young to me. For 102 in this picture, my God, she looks like she's maybe 50, 60. She looks better than I do.
Well, I think this picture was taken right after the robbery in 1969. Something tells me this was not can't be a modern picture.
Recent photo.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Terry, were you saying something? Your internet seems freezy.
Never mind. It wasn't important. I was saying she didn't look like she's 102 in that picture.
No, she moisturizes and stays out of the sun. Also, she's filthy rich, which really, really helps.
She uses olive oil. She has a live-in doctor and surgeon and staff.
And she does a good job of it too.
Yeah. No, she's doing all right for herself. Well, she was, but may she rest in peace. All right, real quick. Can we do this? Okay, let's blast through. Can we do male loneliness? Because I'm obsessed with this.
Yes, please. I am as well. So I don't know how aware you guys are of this epidemic, but it's actually a real problem. So adult male loneliness has become so common where men are entering adulthood and adolescence and they don't have any friends, or they might not have even had a girlfriend and they're like 30 years old. I think social media, for the most part, has to be at blame for this because it just skews our perspective of reality so much, and it gives us this fake image that there's like unlimited choice.
Okay, so you empathize with the male loneliness.
You don't?
No.
Oh, this is great.
I'm so amazing and so popular. I have many, many friends. They all love me. I'm universally beloved. As a matter of fact, I'm full. I can't have any more friends. It's too much. But here's the thing. So in the article, it's weird because they said the basis of male friendships traditionally have been church and work. Do you guys have any friends from church or work? I mean, I guess you guys are my work friends.
Yeah, we have work buddies. Not from church. Pickleball.
No. Yeah. See, pickleball is a perfect example. Like, if you don't have friends, you can fix this by going and doing something. It might take you out of your comfort zone. You have to go show up to pickleball, get your ass kicked. You have to suck at something, join a bowling league. I don't know, go to church, do something. But this guy, he's a stay-at-home father, and he laments that he has no friends. Guy, get the fuck out there and make friends. It's not that hard. If everyone's lonely and looking for friends, it shouldn't be too hard to find friends.
Who are these people? His wife and kids?
I think these are his 3 children. The wife didn't want any part of the story.
Oh, I thought that was his wife. I'm sorry. I thought that was his wife. Sorry. Yeah, well, I mean, I think they all need to get outside.
Well, you're right. They don't. Yeah, I mean, join us.
They've been inside a long time.
It's not very nice.
No, I'm just being honest.
Well, I mean, you solved the world's problem just there, Eric.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, listen. You have friends. I know you have friends. So you're not.
We are his friends. We're all All four of us right now are his friends.
Yeah.
Jennifer, you're now Robin's friend. You don't know that, but you
Yeah.
are.
Well,
You too,
okay.
Terry.
So now that we have two women on the show, obviously, but in the article it says that women are much better at maintaining friendships and doing things with their friends. Do you find that to be true? Since you two are, women, Jennifer, friends.
Yes and no.
Yeah, and no, right. Yeah, it depends on a lot of different things. And then I guess I'm a very deep person, so you also have to determine real friends and acquaintances, especially depending on what you do professionally. You could have a plethora of friends, you know what I'm saying, that you hang out with or whatever. So
Yeah.
I
but
agree.
real friends, very, very slim.
Interesting. I view fake friends as like McDonald's. I think they have a time and a place. You know, it's like I don't eat it every day, but sometimes you're drunk. It's 3 a.m. You need a double cheeseburger.
Yeah,
That's a fake friend. They all serve a
They
purpose.
serve a purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do think, people play too many fucking video games. If you're sad and lonely, stop.
It's
Yeah.
just, here's the thing. If everybody's, here's the thing, right? Hold on. If everybody's playing video games, right, and they're all inside, why don't those people playing the video games become friends?
That's
Just brainstorming here.
right.
Brainstorming.
We should start, a grinder. You can find, gay sex in your area. Why not? We start up an app for lonely guys who don't have any friends, and then we'll do little meetups. They can whatever.
Eric, your solution was perfect
like the
until this
bronies.
far.
Like the bronies, remember?
Who's going to admit to that?
Well, they don't. Well, it's going to be very private. They could have, silly little screen
Who's
names.
going to admit to that?
Well, I mean, certainly not me. I have so many friends I can't count them.
Just like we do
You
on
can
social
always
media.
start up a meter group too.
I don't know. I just think if the thing you're crying about is being lonely, I just don't. You're not trying. Just go try. Like this guy joined a bowling league. He looks like a
Maybe
bowler.
we should start a website for lonely men.
Lonely men that want to like meet in parking lots at night, or no? Is not that one though.
Not that one.
Okay.
The other one.
No, there's probably one of those already.
Yeah, there he is, probably.
Oh, there sure is. Wink. All right, real quick. This is going to segue into what we're talking about because we do want to talk about the writer's strike. So we got 2 minutes. We'll blast through this, and then we'll talk to our very special guests about what's happening in their lives. So what do we got?
Yeah, so this last one, I'm sure you two are also going to want to pitch in your opinions on. It's a story about Drew Barrymore. It's very timely because so she was supposed to resume her talk show, and like in an emergency stunt, she paused it right away because she was getting too much backlash from all the people that were striking for, the writer's strikes. There's about 11,000 television and film writers currently still on strike. So we've covered this briefly on the show before, but Terry and Jennifer, can we get your take on the writer's strike?
Absolutely.
What do you got?
We paused production in support of the writers.
Oh,
I'm a writer.
Okay, that explains
Right?
why. Okay, I get it.
And all of the discussion around AI and treating writers fairly, treating actors fairly, treating the whole team fairly instead of the executive gets all the money and everybody else is on food stamps. Yeah, I'm in support of all the writers. Absolutely.
So are you pissed off at Drew Barrymore?
No.
No. Well, I am.
Screwed up.
I have a question. I just have a question. Drew Barrymore has a show?
That was my whole thing.
I didn't even know she had a show. What kind of show
Drew
is it?
Barrymore had a show until I heard that she didn't have a show, and then her show was coming back.
That's being funny. I didn't know she had a show.
Like, why is the chick from ET? Why does she have a show? And then the other thing that shocked is she says she's going to do the show with no writers. She's going to ad-lib the whole thing. Is she known for her ad-libbing ability? What is she known for? What's your favorite Drew Barrymore movie? Everybody go.
Crazy idea. Get rid of Drew. Hire us. We don't even need writers. We are the writers. The writers, we write it in real time as it's happening. Roll the cameras. Showtime.
Exactly.
I was going to say, it sounds a lot like us.
Yeah, I don't understand.
have we crossed the picket line by doing this, or because we don't write any of our shit?
It takes more than that to do so, though. But there's that.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore ad-libbing for half an hour sounds like the worst thing that could possibly be on television. Like, I have no intrinsic hatred for Drew Barrymore, but I just can't imagine that she's great on her feet. I just, who is she? Why is she, what is happening here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Drew.
Yeah.
All right. So listen.
Show.
Well, this is the best publicity her show has ever gotten because nobody knew it existed. All right. So Tara, we have more people in the green room. Look at this. We have Patricia.
Welcome.
Man, look at this. This looks like a Zoom call now. And we have Ricky. You should turn on your camera. We're going to talk about you guys now. Hey,
hello,
Ricky's
everyone.
Hey,
Hey, guys.
All right,
everybody.
Gentlemen.
this is the first time we've done a multi-guest panel, so forgive us.
But
if
I
we,
like it.
Hey,
I'm literally in the sauce now. I was
Hello.
I'm in it.
so
Yeah,
we have part of my production, part of my team here. Jennifer is President Ali El-Sambarak, Commander Brandon,
Okay. Wow, this is
and Ricky plays the doctor.
nice. So tell us about Terry. I don't want to. I want to talk about everybody, but since you're the star of the show, ostensibly, you have a lot going on. You're an author. You're a programmer. You're an artist, right? I mean, this clearly. So, what was the genesis of this book? The story. What's it all about? Can you give us a quick synopsis of the plot? Uh-oh. Are you frozen?
Uh-oh.
She looks pretty frozen. Does anybody, Patricia, Jennifer, or Ricky, anyone want to give us a little background on the story?
Taste.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Am I here?
Kinda.
Now you're back.
You were very aggressively a little bit here.
Kind of.
Yep.
Okay. I do not have the best.
I think the problem is she's signed in from space, and there seems to be some sort of issue with the space internet.
She's using my mom's internet. Remember?
Right. Okay. Now you three, the actors, have to talk about it, which I think you should. I mean, that's what you guys do, right? You talk for a living. So, well, one of you, what's the whole story about? What do we got? Give us a little taste, a little flavor, a little teaser trailer.
I mean, I don't know if I can do a teaser trailer. I'm the actor for my character, but she's the author. She wrote pretty much everything for the story. Essentially, it's not so much like similar to Star Trek, but it has very similar tones to that. Deep Space Nine. It has an entire world and a community built in its own self. Like, she created the characters, she created the language, the backstory to it. It doesn't really pull from anything in history. So yeah, Terry, I see you're back. You want to speak a little bit more to the actual characters and things?
No, she does not.
No?
If I had to venture to guess,
Maybe.
Wait. Wow.
Maybe, possibly.
Oh my God! Look at what's happening. This is.
It's,
I wish I knew more about the details.
Am I here?
You're
Yes.
here. Yep. All right, let's try. Go for it.
We're working on that. That's okay. So that's what Ricky's talking about, is one of the things that I've been trying to solve this last month or so, and getting a lot of material out there, because when we were working on the promo, everybody had the material that I gave them, but not the whole book. It is a little bit like Star Trek. It is a little bit like Star Wars. It is a little bit like Mayberry.
Mayberry in space.
It's a little bit like Friends,
Nice.
and it's a little bit
I like
like a
Mayberry,
Jackie Chan adventure.
Wait a second. This is like Mayberry and Friends in space with but Star Warsy. This sounds fascinating.
With some Doctor Who thrown in.
Oh my God! What else?
I
is
like
in
Doctor Who, and I like, believe it or not, I used to watch the Andy Griffith Show with Mayberry. I used to love that show. Anyway, it doesn't matter about me. Go on. That's a great show.
What can we just?
So
I don't want to.
I keep losing.
You keep losing your internet. That's for sure.
We lost her again.
Oh man! All right, listen. Mayberry in space. So let's go out with characters. Jennifer, who do you play?
I play the president.
Okay, you're the
So,
president.
keeping everything in line, giving the orders and things like that. I'm very compassionate to everyone though. I'm not like one of those just commanding, gotta do this, I'm very open. I want things to go right. So I'm more of a problem solver in that essence, where I really take everything into consideration and make the best decision that's going to work for everyone.
Would you say,
even though that's not always the nicest, but I try to smooth it over. So,
would you say you're more right or more left? Are you more blue or red? You're Republican or you're a Democrat? You're an independent? Kind of what party affiliation would you say your president has?
I'd say independent.
An independent. Okay. And an independent skewing left, I would imagine. Because you seem like an altruist. It doesn't sound like you're a warmonger or anything.
Yeah.
I guess it depends. Depends on the situation.
Okay.
Depends on if you find oil. I'm joking.
It depends on which planets have oil. Patricia, who do you play?
I actually play Commander Sarah Brandon. And it's funny. I'm the first officer on the Magellan. And it's funny. I'm kind of like the manager, fixer, referee.
Magellan?
I bake cookies and listen to everybody and kind of behind the scenes fix problems and like HR type, helping people with their issues and resources. And I kind of know everybody's problems and everything's going on in the ship.
This sounds like the most fascinating story I've ever heard. So Terri, you've written in a character who does HR and bakes cookies in space. That's something that's never been touched on, I believe. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, but I've never said, like, does R2-D2 whip up some scones? I don't know. I think this is brave new territory.
Calls the PEO to process payroll.
Right, exactly.
Right.
What payroll processing software do you use? Okay, Jennifer, Ricky, and Patricia, because Terri seems frozen again. You guys are actors. Are you just voice actors? Are you stage actors? Like, you want to give us a quick little, what's the bio and what are the hopes and dreams and goals? Jennifer, you first. I'll moderate.
Okay. Yes, I do stage. I do film as well. I actually just had a play on Saturday.
I can't hear most of what you're saying. I'm sorry. It's breaking up so badly that I can't
hear me. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Okay. I'm also a poet as well.
Oh.
Very cool.
I just love art. So anything that kind of lands in that realm, I'm kind of for it. Even if it's something I don't necessarily do, I'm always open to try, because that's the only way you're going to learn what you're actually good at.
Yeah,
so
you got to get out there and suck every day like we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
what's the end goal? What's is it Oscars, Emmys? Like where? Whoa! All right, well, she's gone. Oh, she's back. Oh, lots of things are happening. Okay, Ricky.
Yes.
What do you got going on? What's your bio? What's happening in
Ricky
your life?
Patricia have the most stable connection.
Day to day, especially as a poet, the words are very, very powerful. And when you can write something that someone can relate to, that right there is, to me, is like winning an Emmy, or whatever. Okay. So,
but also, I would imagine you'd like to win an Emmy.
I mean, hey, whatever comes. Whatever comes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a very that's a healthier way to look at life than the way I do, which is crushing defeat after crushing.
Like Eric has told us, if we don't win a Grammy by the end of this year, we're both fired, Robin and I.
That's right.
Not a Grammy, no. What Grammys for singing? What is? I don't know if you can win an award for a LinkedIn live show. A LinkedIn award. A done deal.
It'll happen one day.
You guys gotta get better at your shit, or it's gonna be the Eric and Ricky show with Jennifer.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Ricky. How about you? What's your background bio? What do you want to accomplish?
I'm a voice actor. I've been doing voice acting for about 3 years now. Aspirations is to make this my full-time gig and just be voice acting 100%. I am lucky enough to be pulled into different projects randomly through my own direct marketing gigs, and then sometimes people find me just through my LinkedIn pages and stuff. But commercial, promo, character, I want to do it all. That's the goal.
You're never gonna believe this, but last week we had another professional voice actor on the show. That's weird, right? Back-to-back weeks. Yeah, I know. I think listen, she has a studio. She's doing it. So your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, Heidi, right?
Heidi Rue.
Rue. That's right.
Are you concerned about AI taking the voice acting gigs away?
Not so much for the gigs that pay me well. Like if AI takes anything, it's the lower hanging jobs that nobody really wants to do. At least the stuff in my world, like IVR and telephony and stuff, where you're just doing the voicemails. For character acting, it's really hard for AI to compete with an actor who can give you several different takes and different types of tones and languages and expressions, where AI just gives you what you're putting into it. So for things that I do, like commercials and stuff, I'm not right now too worried about it. If it ever gets to a point where I feel like AI can actually throw some emotion into their acting, then I would say it's starting to creep into our realm. But everything else is just the stuff that none of us really want to do because it's the lowest paying jobs.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what have you done? I mean, I know that's probably a big question since you do it all the time, but TV, movies, commercials, video games, like where does most of the work come from?
Most of my work comes through commercial and promo. I'm actually represented by CSP Management out in California, and Gerard George is my mentor / manager, and most of my work comes through just commercial spots that I get through my own direct marketing. Really, I did the whole pay-to-play sites for a while. That stuff doesn't pan out. It doesn't pay you what it needs to. The fees and everything involved and what you get cut out as a voice actor, it's not worth it for me and not worth my time. Mm-hmm. So most of it is just non-broadcast right now, especially now because there's no work for union stuff. Non-union work, I'm doing a lot of e-learning type projects. I did a commercial for Lego not too long ago for Lego Technic. Marriott Vacation Club, I do a lot of their stuff. So yeah,
it's very cool.
My kids had a birthday party yesterday. You got my 7-year-old got a shit ton of Legos, and I used to like them, but I hate them now. Everything takes 5 hours. Oh, and
it's crazy how expensive they are, though.
Yo, Legos and oil and eggs are somehow the most expensive things on the planet.
If they find Legos, you're done.
Oh,
yeah. Like the one toy that gets the longer you have it, the more it appreciates. It's ridiculous.
I know. It's very bizarre. All right, we'll get back to you and Jennifer, but Patricia, you want to give us a little backstory? So you were the cookie baking HR rep on the spaceship,
right?
But what got you here? What's your bio? Where are you going?
So I'm sorry, but I can't.
Oh, Terry. Terry. The Magellan just has awful internet connection.
Right. I just want to make sure before.
No, you're good. Listen,
didn't climb
it's all you right now. We're clear.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I'm probably the least. I want to say the least. How do you say it?
Tenured.
Yeah, all of that. I actually am more like the character that I've been given. I am the one behind the scenes. I have voiced like plays and local things, stuff like that, but I'm not usually like in front of the camera or anything. I like to be behind the scenes most of the time.
Yep.
I actually have a day job, so I work for the state of Florida. But other than that, I just do, like local, helping out, some worship, dancing, some singing. That's it. I'm not a real big, I guess I still have that fear.
Okay, so you work for the state of Florida. Do you know DeSantis? And also, what the hell is he doing? Why?
I have no idea what this man is doing.
He's out of his mind. What is Florida in general? Why do you people do the things that you do?
What is Florida in general? Why are you? The little piece of tech that we get is I just need it to live.
Whoa, Jesus. Terry.
It's just not happening now.
Yeah, no, this is something. Okay. So Patricia, real quick, is voice acting a thing that you would like to pursue full time?
Yeah, I have kind of always wanted to do it. I was always infatuated with it, like just watching Disney, stuff like that, where you can be behind the camera, behind the scenes, and they're drawing someone else, but you have the ability to be able to give character to a character.
Right.
So I've always loved it.
So the three of you didn't know each other. Did you like? How was the audition process? Like, how did you get the gig?
We knew none of each other. In fact, I really knew none of the other actors until I connected with Terri, because Terry's the one that kind of brought us together.
Right. You all met on the Magellan.
Right.
That's a great way to put it.
Actually, Terri is my mother.
Oh, well, that's how you got the gig. Jesus.
See, I didn't even know that. Hey.
Nepotism.
I
again.
actually found Terri on LinkedIn. She had a post up and connected, and we had an interest both in what we both were doing, and we had a talk, and it just meshed from there. So pretty cool.
I was not. I'm on another device now, and it's all better now. So
now yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Okay.
Terri, welcome to the show.
So one of the things
Welcome back.
I'm gonna pitch into what everybody was just saying. One of the reasons that each of the characters in the story has the particular actors that they do is because each of the actors has a quality, more than one quality, that is fundamental to the character. So Trish has a minor role with Commander Brandon. It's important, but it's a minor role to give her a chance to do all the other stuff that she needs to do. And it's a perfect fit for her because she's HR and she bakes cookies, right? Ricky is the doctor. He's happy. He's got a joyousness in his voice that Ricky has naturally. And Jennifer has that, in Spanish, it's muy simpática. She's sympathetic, she understands, and she's got that sense of everything going on behind the scenes. She knows what it is, and she's got it.
I wish our
Perfect
president had that.
for, yay, well, we can work on that. Jennifer's available.
Yep. Okay. So let me ask you this. So you wrote this book, right? And then you decided to turn it into an audio, like a podcast. What would you describe this as? Because I went here and I listened to some. So
It's a sci-fi adventure that'll get in your head.
Okay. And then is this just an audiobook version? Because I listen to a lot of audiobooks, but very rarely do they have different characters playing, just somebody reads it. So is this what's your vision for this?
Oh no, we got everything. So I got the print book, we've got the ebook, I'm working on a full audio book with me reading it, but the show is the thing that's going to make what we're doing really happen. It brings all of the characters to life, and there's no way that I can do 15 voices. I'm good, but I can't do 15 voices. It don't work.
Yeah, you need more kids.
Yeah.
Well, I've got not anymore. More friends would be good.
Yeah,
I'm happy to have more friends.
Have you cast all 15 roles?
I have not.
Oh, yo, Robin, give us a quick. Give him a sentence. What do you want to read something? Robin, audition right now.
Yeah, I could give my audition after this show.
Are there any Filipino characters on
Do
the Magellan?
you need any Filipino characters in space? I can also do a Filipino accent.
Actually, in book 4, there's a young man that appears that you would be perfect for.
Ah, there you go.
He just got a gig. Oh, thank God.
His name's Tori.
Oh, you can play. I see a lot of Tori and Robin.
Does Robin get to wear his headset or no?
No
loves that
headset, and he has to learn Bagua.
Bagua.
All right. Yeah.
no.
So
Okay.
Does he have to
Can
learn
be
how to
food.
make biscuits? Does everyone on the ship have to bake in some capacity?
No, but he has to learn how to pick berries and grow tomatoes.
Okay, he's a gardener. I think I've seen Robin.
I'm
in the
actually
No,
garden.
everybody has to grow food.
Hmm.
It's a requirement. Everybody in the story has to grow food.
I would imagine, yeah, because
I
you
like
can't go to the grocery store in space. You gotta.
there's
You
no
have to produce-
hot pockets.
Oh yeah, do you?
Yeah, getting
I love
takeout
Hot
is a
Pockets.
little bit of an issue. Yeah.
So there's no Uber Eats.
There's no Uber Eats on the Magellan. All right, well, Terry, you're
I do
pretty
like Uber
prolific. You've also written this book, which I would imagine, Robin, you could probably do the audio for this as well. Get it?
There you go. Yes, I could.
So, do you want to talk? Is it? I'm gonna butcher this. Wudang. I'm sure there's like some accent in there somewhere. So, you want to talk about this a little bit?
Wudang Qigong.
Udang. See, I know I was gonna say it
Wudang
wrong.
Qigong.
Wudang.
Yeah.
That's-
It's the namesake for the company, Wudang Research Association. It's an area in central China that is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And there is a school of martial arts that comes from that area. I teach it, and this book is the second edition of what we published in 1999 as the first edition. So I'm really proud that 25 years later we got a new book.
It looks great. I watched a bunch of your videos. Part of this is playing around with swords too, huh? Like I saw you.
Yeah.
You could be dangerous. I run up on you, you get a sword, we're gonna have issues.
No,
You wouldn't stab me with a sword?
you're not a threat.
Well,
They'll say that Eric has a huge ego.
not a threat. Terry, I went to professional wrestling school, so I'll just
Yeah,
let you
you
know
did.
that I'm trained in the way
Elvis
of
Cuervo.
Elvis Cuervo, power bombs, everything. I'm dangerous. Clotheslines.
I'm a 3-time international champion, and my push hands is quite good.
Yeah, but
You're not a threat.
Corona. You're gonna be strong.
But we can play. I like to play. Let's
No,
play.
Jesus.
I can
Well,
spend
do
an
you fall
entire
down
weekend
good?
laying on the couch.
Can I ask you? So
Falling
you
down is a skill, right?
Oh God, I hope so. I'm excellent at it. If you already wrote the book, though, aren't because you said you shut down production in solidarity with the writer's strike. If the book is already written, you're not allowed to proceed? How does that work?
We're independent, so we would be able to keep going anyway. The issue is that as I'm adapting the book, I'm writing the script.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so it's an ongoing.
So
I see.
yeah. We're not. So my reading the book is one thing, but putting together a script for actors to be able to play the show, we have to have, everything has to be verbal. We don't have visuals. I'd love to have visuals, but I got none. So anything that we're talking about, anything that is present in the room, we have to say it.
How does
It's like when Ricky and I were doing a scene in the promo where I talk about, you saw the glimmer, Aladrell recognized her. Right? He's, you know, open that scene for me. She shouldn't have been able to touch. Right? So he comes in. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, your audio went out for a second. I was just go ahead. Oh, looks like it's out again. Let me ask you this, Ricky and Jennifer. Say you two are doing a scene. Are you, since you're obviously you don't live next to each other, are you recording it independent of each other? Are you saying something and then Jennifer's doing the next line and then they smush it together like a conversation?
Yes, I'm recording it in my booth. I'm in real time. Actually, Terry would be like on the other end recording with me, so I can get the pacing and the cadence down. So it sounds like we're in the same room. I send my completely vacuumed audio to her, and then it just whoever the editor for that is, and then he puts it together.
Is it harder that way? I would imagine.
I'd imagine it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
I'm actually used to it. That's most of my live directing sessions. I've really never acted in the same room as another actor. I'm always putting my stuff first, and then they get pieced together. A little different than theater, stage shows and stuff, but it actually plays pretty good if you have somebody who can, even just kind of play along with you. Like if I have my wife read the line of the other character I'm interacting with, works just as good. As long as my audio is clear from reflections and stuff, I've never had a complaint.
Did you ever see that episode of Seinfeld where George becomes a hand model because somebody compliments how nice his hands look? Did you have a moment like that when somebody was like, "Your voice is incredible. It should be the thing that puts fucking food on the table. Put hot pockets in the microwave."
That's right. Hot pockets.
Every single voice actor has that story. Like someone say, "Oh, you have a great voice. You should go do this." And that's unfortunately the problem in the industry because everybody thinks they have a voice and they can just do it. And they see people saying, "Oh yeah, just if you can read, you can be a voice actor." Right. Yes, you can, but it's not professional. There's more acting to it than just reading words. So it unfortunately kind of like the industry gets over flooded with people that just have a USB microphone and a blanket they can throw over the head. You know what I mean?
Any amateur that
would be impressive is if there was somebody that did it that couldn't read.
Like that one-armed picture for the Angels.
Yes.
Remember for the one-handed?
Well, he was really good. Yeah, he was incredible.
Yeah,
Jim something, right? Wasn't it Jim?
It was Jim something. Yeah.
Or no, that's the guy that owns the.
No, you're right. It's Jim.
Colts. That is Jim. Yeah.
Patricia and Jennifer, same thing. Like, did you have a moment where you're like, "Oh my God, my voice! This thing's going to carry me to the top"?
I've always had a passion to do it, and people would say things. You hear it here and there about like, "Oh wow, you have a nice voice. You should do something with that."
Yeah, no one's ever said that to me, but I can imagine what it would be like.
Or whatever, but as Ricky's saying, when it comes to acting, people see the end result and they automatically think,
Yep. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you want to talk? Let's see if you're back.
One of the things that Ricky just said was something that showed up for us.
Uh-oh.
Ricky, we will never know what you have done, Ricky.
What did I do?
What did you do?
I'm not. I think she was saying you're fired. If I had said, yeah, I'm sorry that you had to find out this way, but
in front of an audience, I love it. That's how I always want to have you fired. Group of
it's
people.
A learning experience. Patricia, same thing. At one point, were you talking about making muffins, and someone was like, "Oh my God, you should record your voice talking about making muffins on a spaceship," and then here you are.
I guess so. No, I used to do a lot of talking and telling stories to my kids, and like I said, I've read for plays and stuff behind the scenes, to talk the characters through and stuff like that. And I was just told, you have a way of bringing what's on the paper to life.
Am I back? Am I here?
You can actually feel it. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Kind of. Yeah.
You have, not hearing me.
No, you're.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
No.
Well, yeah, kind of. Can you hear us?
She lives in a bad area.
I would say so. Yeah. Where Patricia? Where does Terri live? Under the ocean? Does she live in a pineapple?
It's darn close to that. I'm just gonna say it is darn close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know it's not with SpongeBob Wi-Fi pants.
Right.
You shouldn't feel bad. I was at my mom's
very
recently.
smooth here today. But
the bubble is real.
It is.
Let me ask you this: while you guys are here, and this has been such a smooth, flawless show in many ways, do you three, since you're professionals, think that me, Rodney, and Robin could voice something? Could we do could we read a book and people? What do you think about our voices? I guess is the question. Because we had a guest on last week who said we were terrible. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
I honestly think if you have just the confidence to do it, that's all it takes. Everybody's voice is different, so there's no you have to be an impressionist. You have to sound a certain way. Like H. John Benjamin. He has one voice.
Yeah,
that's it.
But it's such a good voice. He's the voice of so many things.
But he's the voice of so many things. You just use his natural voice.
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
You guys good.
Bob's Burgers, and he plays Archer. Yes, very good. Will Arnett too. Very
he has
bold
a good
voice.
Yep. So
Um,
no,
it's-
honestly,
it's-
yeah,
It's also
100%
what
you
you
guys do.
bring.
Yeah.
It's also
Is it-
what you bring. So, you know, you can talk, but it's what you bring into the voice. So
Yeah.
all of the
Energy.
emotion and passion makes a huge difference. So
Mhm. Okay. So there's
I
some
was
hope.
gonna say, I think Stephen King hires everybody.
Oh, so I should give Stephen King a call. I'm in Massachusetts. He's in Maine. I might just stop by his house. I think I can read a little Stephen
I'm
King.
just saying.
We love that.
There's a ticket
Yeah.
in.
Real quick on Stephen King. So the guy that plays Dexter, what is his name? Michael Hall. He wrote
Michael C.
Pet
Hall.
Sematary. Tremendous. So yeah, I
Or
think
Philip C. Hall.
Philip Michael C. Hall.
No, what is his name? I don't know.
Steve.
It's something like that, though, right? I think it's Michael.
Yeah, you're right. We'll see all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we're about to get kicked off. Thank you guys for being here. Sorry about Terry's
Thank you.
internet problems, but listen,
No problem.
we'll be back tomorrow, America. Hopefully with some Wi-Fi. So we'll see you there.
Bye, guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye.